First, I just want to go through a few of the announcements. And the first one is, of course, we do have a referral incentive for those that refer to this great city. Also, join our work group today, right after this call. Just stay on this call line, and we have our work group until noon today. So you can just stick around and we kind of work together, et cetera. You know, the work group type of setup. That's what we have going on today. Of course, Wednesday at 10 a.m. for all of our members, there is another training for how to use the back end of the site and how to add those features to your profile, et cetera. So we'll be going through the training on that. Wednesday evening with Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee, we have Investing 2021, really awesome program dealing with stocks and investing in the stock market and other investment strategies, et cetera. And then Thursday morning, we have Tech Talk with Catherine Davies. And you know I'm going to pick on you, Catherine. What do you have going on this week?
You know, I was going to pick a subject, and there's so much news. So I might expand a little bit on a subject, but there's so much going on with EVs. And of course, everybody showed so much interest in the batteries last week. So it's like, I can't wait to get into that stuff.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Okay. And of course, Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock, we have our sales strategy meeting. And you know what? I know that Lindsay Frazier, who's definitely very green, she did mention something about Earth Day coming up. And Lindsay, do you have anything going on for Earth Day?
Yeah, I'll send you all an invite or something later. I'll also post it on This Great City, but I'm going to be doing, I kind of did this last year too, where I did virtual events on how to be green and sustainable. I am going to probably do a plug about how to be green while working a small business. So if you guys want to check that out, that's up to you. It will be on Earth Day, which I believe is on Thursday. It'll be in between all the other events, between every other event on Thursday, obviously, since it's a busy day. But yeah, so if you are green,
you'll send the link?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send a link to the event in this chat, and then you can keep yourself updated on what events I'll be doing throughout the day.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so before we get started with Samantha, I do want to highlight two members.
I'm going to take this off.
I'm just going to go ahead and mute you. So I will say, if you can, just mute yourself, but definitely it is a discussion, so feel free to jump in at any time and make comments, and then just remute yourself just in case background noise, especially now that the kids are off from school. We might get some background interference here. So I do want to highlight two members, and the first one is Adamant Industries. Adamant Industries, of course, for those that already know Adam Kafaji, he's an independent web design and mobile development agency based in the GTHA. And Adam leads a team that does a great job. So search for Adamant Industries. I can hear Maggie's voice somewhere. Search for Adamant Industries on This Great City. All right. And also Buy Self GTHA, which happens to be here, Yuri Nesbitt. You're entitled to the best real estate agent in Hamilton, Ontario, so that you can get going above and beyond. He's personal, intelligent, if everybody knows Yuri. He's engaged, strategic, and he's very effective. So search for Yuri Nesbitt and Buy Self GTHA on This Great City. All right. So, Samantha, are you nervous?
Yes. Can everyone hear me now?
You're coming in. You're coming in. That's good. That's good. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was funny. I was actually fine. I was totally fine until about 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I am nervous, but excited for sure. For sure. Yeah. So thank you so much for having me a first time co-hosting Coffee Chat this great city. It was actually roughly about 5 weeks ago. Oh, you can hear me still, right, everyone?
Yep, you're nice and clear now.
Okay, perfect. So it was about 5 weeks ago when we were having a coffee chat, the subject of time management came up. So I thought, hey, this will be a good subject, and I love time management, kind of crazy like that. So I thought I'd kind of bring that up. So with time management, of course, different ideas come to mind. So I thought, okay, start with a general definition. So time management can be described as the strategy of using your available time and then having controls for how long you're going to be doing something for. So it's kind of like kind of working smarter and not harder. So when we're talking about time management, I know a lot of times we think about work, of course, like 9 to 5 and our work job, our owning a business and things to do there. But I want to kind of just include the idea of just, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you most value when it comes to your time? So earlier on, when during the first lockdown, when couldn't go anywhere and do much of anything, like a lot of people, I thought, what, I am going to get a bit more organized. So I'm going to clean out my closet. So I cleaned out my closet. I took out some of those Rubbermaid bins, and I thought, I'm going to label them. So now I know, okay, where the Christmas stuff is at, where the birthday swag is at. I know, okay, it's all labeled. So I opened one and I noticed some books. It was kind of like, oh yeah, that book, I forgot about that. So I looked up some videos on YouTube to how to, organize your bookshelf, make it look fancy, like in the magazines. So I did that, and it was funny. I was going through some. There was one, "It's Your Money" by Gail Vox-Oxlade. I was like, I got halfway through that one. There was a 30-minute or less cooking techniques, which I got at a garage sale back in 2019. Confession, I haven't opened that one at all. What really stood out to me, there was a sheet of paper that I had, and it was a list. It was reading through the Bible in 1 year. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. I had put check marks, right? It was like, okay, 2 months in, I'm going to do this. I thought, oh, it's like a few years ago I did it. To my embarrassment, I look at the top of the sheet, and it was 2014. I had started it in 2014 and didn't even get halfway through. So just, oh my goodness. So it's like, okay, I'm going to start doing this, and just kind of the idea of managing the time. So I know there's different areas, tools for time management, but I want to kind of talk about something else first, kind of like the idea of time suckers. So that isn't a literary term. I literally made it up. But it's just the idea of what is sucking your time? The things that you find, most valuable that you want to get the things done. So one of the things I wanted to touch on a bit is managing other people's expectations of your time. There's a term in project management called scope creep. So the definition is sort of like the unexpected, uncontrolled growth of a project scope. So you say you have a potential client, you're on the call with them, and they say, oh, I'd like this and this done. You're like, perfect, it can be done in 2 weeks. And you list everything out, everything's great. So you're working on a project for them. 1 weekend, they give you a call. And they say these 3 words: could you just? Followed by adding some unexpected tasks. So I know, Lindsay, you do social media marketing. I was sure some of the details, but I don't know if you maybe experienced something along the lines of, you have a client and they ask, oh, could you manage my Facebook page? Could you reply to the DMs and do some engagement? You're like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then sometimes through doing the agreement, they give you a call and say, well, I know I agreed to supply the graphics, but could you just, create some for me and add it in? Or Ivan, I know it's some of your work involves photography. I don't know if you had someone, you organize something with a client. They're like, okay, I'd like this. There's going to be 3 of us. This is a project. You're like, great. This is a day. It's going to take 2 hours. Perfect. Maybe a couple days before, they're like, okay, Ivan, we're so excited for this. But my mom's invite, it actually went to the spam folder, so she just got it. And some of my cousins are coming in from Bali. So could you just add 3 more people, And so the challenge with that is that it adds time, resources, and extends the budget. So I'm just curious, has anyone experienced scope creep, and what did that kind of look like?
Oh, yes.
All the time. Just saying.
Any project I've ever seen happen. Any project.
I I know, right? It just kind of slips in there. So just a couple tips to try and kind of alleviate that. So one of the best parts to kind of move away from scope creep is at the beginning when it's your potential client and just lining out everything, either in the contract or sending out an email. Specify the scope of the project. Could say things like, okay, these are my operating hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I reply to emails within 24 hours. And detail the specifics in the project. If you have, say, a service agreement or contract, or just send an email saying, listing out exactly what's going to be done. And just saying it in there. If there's any additional work requested, it just requires, an appointment, and we can discuss the pricing and stuff like that. So it's a way of, if you have a client and they're contacting you and they want more, it can be like, yeah, that's great. Just per our agreement, we just need to discuss that. Also,
so Samantha, I do have a question though. Sometimes we work hard at building rapport with the customer, and you get really close to the customer and everything else. And then they say, hey, by the way, can you do this?
Yeah.
And it kind of feels cold to say, yeah, so let's go back to that agreement. How do you handle that?
Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, for sure. So it doesn't have to be, of course, like a cold cutoff. It could just be in your agreement, it states that there's a little bit of an extra fee for rush orders. So, someone calls you, say on a Friday, I need this thing done by Monday, and could you be like, great, just, per agreement, just a little bit of an extra fee. Does that work for you? So it's usually like one of two responses or so. They're like, yes, take my money. I need this done by Monday. Or it's, for those that they're like, I'll contact you on Monday, because this actually wasn't such a big deal. So it's a way of not losing clients and work, but also a way of kind of putting boundaries on your time. Yeah, I think those are kind of helpful. Just kind of the ways of kind of to help, protect your time. Things like, people pleasing, or maybe you've been on a guilt trip, just being kind of mindful of the things that kind of invade our time a bit. So I wanted to kind of talk about something a little bit that, may cause some division. Ivan, I wanted to talk about multitasking. Yay or nay?
According to Sherry, nay.
Wow.
Why is that, Sherry?
You're muted.
Sherry.
You don't want me to launch into my neuroscience answer to that. Let's just
Okay, short and sweet.
Not good for your brain, and so you shouldn't be multitasking. Never mind the fact that distraction means you're not putting 100% effort and attention on what you're working on.
That's a very interesting point. Any kind of rebuttals on that?
I would say it depends on the job. It is pinnacle in service to be able to multitask. Like, you will die on the floor during a rush if you're not able to juggle everything, let alone managers and other people throwing stuff at you. I would say if you're doing something like my job, like photography, yeah, you do want to focus on one particular project, but I think then that's what comes down to scheduling your time. So it's like, I'm going to work this amount of hours on this project, and I'm going to work this many hours on this project. And I know for me, I've started to learn recently about the idea of like, how much editing do I want to put into a particular image? How much of it is it just me being super obsessed and focused as an artist, and how much of it is because it's actually needed? But yeah, I would say it definitely depends on the job, and multitasking is necessary in certain ones. And I think it's in different situations, it can then become a little bit like of a trickier thing. I would say my final note on that is we've also seen an increase in the industry, especially in art, over the years. So it used to be that you had a designer, a photographer, you had a videographer, but now because of budget cuts, because everyone wants to do everything for less, you started seeing job postings to be like, oh, hey, we need you to be a designer, photographer, like, videographer, a web person. There are people that specifically can do like web coding and everything like that. Then there's people that can do just design, but they now wanted to have like best of both worlds sort of thing. So it created this weird sort of like multitasking thing you had to do in your head, even though you weren't the same type of level of person. So yeah, that's my take on that, if that makes sense.
I think I agree with Patrick to a point, but I think there's a difference between multitasking and multi-focus. Multitasking is simply being able to mentally organize what you need to do and put it in the proper priorities. Then you focus on each of those tasks as you do them, giving each task your complete focus. So I think it's kind of a terminology thing there. Everybody multitasks. We all, list out mentally the things that we have to do today. There's, 14 different things and everything else. I think the ability to do that is necessary for every business owner. But I agree with Sherry as well that if you're not focused on what you're doing, then you're going to find out you've created mistakes or errors, and that wastes time because you've got to go back and fix those errors. So I think it's two different things.
Very good point. One thing that I forgot to mention, there's actually going to be a game coming up soon. I'm so sorry I forgot to mention. All you need is a blank sheet of paper and a pen or pencil. That's I was supposed to say at the very top, but I apologize for that. For anybody who wants to participate, but that's a very good point. Like in terms of like terminology, kind of talking about multitasking. So does everyone who has a piece of paper and kind of a pencil just kind of handy? Okay, perfect. All right, I am going to share the screen. So we're going to do a game done by Dave Crenshaw regarding multitasking. So it's a way kind of like testing out, can we multitask? So I'm just going to bring up something here and then share my screen. All right, are we there?
Yep, we're here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the game. You're going to want to draw 3 lines and just have your piece of paper landscape-wise and draw 3 lines. So you're going to have a total of 4 sections you can write in. So this game is timed. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to write switch tasking is a thief. So switch tasking is really sort of more of another, like a description of kind of like what's actually happening with multitasking. Because when we're trying to focus on 2 or more things at the same time, we're actually kind of like switching our thoughts to something else. So we're going to write switch tasking as a thief, and right below that, you're going to write the numbers 1 through 21. So just so you know, each number kind of corresponds with the letters. So there's 21 letters and there's 1 to 21. So that would be the first game. We'll time that. It's going to be 30 seconds, and I'll give 5-second warning when we're going up to that. And then the second part is that you're going to be switching in between. So you're going to write S and then the number 1, then W and then the number 2. And then I and a number 3, and so on. I'm going to switch back and forth between writing switch tasking is a thief and 1 to 21. So just curious, is there any questions? Did I describe that well?
Nicely done.
Okay, perfect. What's funny, I wanted to put like Jeopardy music, but that would be kind of like back tasking. So I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I was so tempted. All right, here we go. So when I say go, is when we'll start that off. So let's go stopwatch. Okay, 3. Oh, sorry. The first one we're gonna do is write switch tasking is a thief first, and then 1 through 21. We got 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Five seconds. 15. 25.
Done.
30 seconds. Pens down. All
When you
right.
said 5 seconds, I thought that's all I had left, and it was like, oh,
Oh,
yet.
I'm so sorry. No, I was just counting up to 30 seconds.
I caught that when you got to 10, but it was like, whoa.
But how did that feel? Did everyone get through all of that?
Oh, yeah.
I cheated.
Oh!
You're honest.
I was in student mode. So I actually wrote it down while you were saying this is what you have to do.
Oh.
I did it. So I didn't wait for the time. So
I did the same thing.
so I guess I was in student mode. That's how I behave when I'm a student.
It's all right. Sorry. Thank you for being honest. We're going to go to the second half of this exercise. So now what we're going to do is go between switch tasking and thief. Again, write S, the number 1, and W, number 2, I, number 3, and so on. So we're going to try. So the goal is to try to do it in the same amount of time. All right. So we're gonna give you a little bit more time, but try to do it as fast as possible. So you ready? All right. This one's gonna take a little longer. Give you a full minute. 3.
So we're writing the whole phrase? Are we writing the whole line? Switch tasking is a thief. Is that what we are writing now?
Oh yes, we're gonna go in between writing switch task as a thief and writing the numbers 1 through 21.
Oh.
So yes, so you write down S, and then you go below that and then write 1. And then you go beside the S and put W, and go below that and write 2. And
I did that the first time.
Wow.
You know what? Since you did that the first time, just do the other one.
All right.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Is everyone ready to go?
All set.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds. $30 seconds. $50 seconds.
Done.
Mm.
I'm a wizard.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, like my dyslexia
Right.
got
Hands down.
hardcore with that
All right.
one.
Yeah. So I have a question. How did you feel? How did you guys feel with the first exercise compared to the second one?
I ended up with 22. I don't understand how that worked.
You're keener, Ivan. You're
That's
keener.
scary.
That's weird.
It was hard getting the brain to kind of keep in line, you know, with
I realized where my handwriting, my printing sucked. I had to really stop and figure out what letter it was, so that threw the pace off, like that cadence
Yeah.
that you pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept forgetting what letter to what number.
yeah.
A lot of people find that, so to kind of experience like the switch tasking, which is maybe the more accurate term for multitasking. Here's some questions to kind of just like ask yourself. Did it take longer to complete?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you make a mistake?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you finish on a number other than 21?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I only got 18.
How many were you supposed
Now
to
that you
have?
say that.
And
Supposed to have.
21 in total. Just asking if you had finished writing on a different number.
I only have 18.
All right.
I read it
Yeah.
over 5 times to realize the mistakes I made. So
But okay, all right. The thing, so is a space, you're supposed to give a number for a space?
Oh,
Sorry, one more time. Sorry about that. Your question.
Are you supposed to give a number for a space?
Supposed to give a number for space.
like how else do you get 21 is what we're trying to find out.
How did you get to 21? I got 18.
Yeah. So we're supposed to get to 21, but it usually takes a bit longer.
Okay,
yeah.
I missed a few letters.
That happens. Yeah. And just one more question. Did your handwriting get worse?
No.
If it gets any worse, I don't know. I have no answers at that point if my writing gets any worse.
I was going to say mine's pretty bad to begin with, but yes.
Yeah, my handwriting's so bad I can barely read it myself. So
yeah. So I think that's I'm going to share the screen soon. So I think that's a perfect example of what happens with switch tasking. You know, it affects the quality of our work. We make mistakes. So I kind of just encourage, try devoted time instead of distracted time. And just see how the productivity of your work changes. I just wanted to kind of I need exercise. So I just wanted to kind of before I move into like different time management tools. This question I'm about to ask was inspired by Sherry. Thank you, Sherry, with the last week Monday coffee chat. But what time of the day are you most productive? Like for me, it's like 12 to 4. 12 to 4. If I get a good meal in me before then, I can kill it. Ivan, everybody else, what's kind of it for you? When do you find yourself your most focused in the day?
Oh yeah, from 8:30 until noon. Mm-hmm. And then again from 11 o'clock until 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the morning,
yeah.
I would say like after the hours of like probably 12, like noon, or like maybe even after like 2, depending. Like definitely like afternoon to evening and beyond.
Yeah.
Closer to the afternoon for me. Extreme cases, which would be right now for the next month, late night. Like closer to 5 a.m. So
yeah, 10 to 2 for me.
Yeah, Ramadan will screw you up for that.
Oh right, yeah.
So I think that's like really good information to know that we can put our most brain intensive tasks that we need to get done in our most optimal time. So I wanted to talk about the to-do list. Like I think that's like a really good tool. I think all of us use a to-do list, right? So I wanted to kind of like we can, what did the kids call it? Like do a glow up of our to-do list. Give it a little glam, right? So I am going to share the screen again and just kind of give an example of what we can do with our to-do list. Because I think what happens sometimes is we make a list. We have, okay, this is everything I want to do. And then we get through some, cross it off, but by the end of the day, we have so much left. And I think it can be like, I find it's a bit frustrating kind of thing. It's like, oh my goodness, like a feeling of not getting a lot done. So this is kind of just one tool that can be used to kind of counteract that. So I'm gonna share the screen. Here we go. So this is our glammed up to-do list. So we got row A, row B, and row C. So, sorry, column. So column A would be, say like today's date, April 19th. These are the things that I want to get done today. And I think it's really good to put in the high priority things, like what is time sensitive that needs to get done. And then row B are things that are important too, but can wait. So it'd be sort of like, for example, if you happen to get through everything in column A, then you can start to touch on the stuff on column B. Otherwise, column B can be for tomorrow. And then column C is stuff that you need to get done, but it's not urgent. So I think it's a way for us to get out of our head. You know what I mean? Like, I have to do this, I have to do that. And I think it can be kind of stressful. So it's just one tool, a way to get everything done in the order that it needs to be done. And what I like about this tool is sort of like crossing off column A. By the end of the day, a lot of times you get most, if not everything, done. And then sort of like this like feeling of accomplishment. Do you remember as a kid, like, did you get like gold stars as a kid for like accomplishing stuff in school? Yeah. it's kind of like that feeling. I love that feeling of crossing stuff off, or that checklist, that feeling of accomplishment. So kind of can help, decrease a little bit of stress there, a little bit. All right, to-do list. Let's see. I wanted to talk a bit. Another tool is time blocking. Has anyone kind of like done a bit of like time blocking before?
Everyone looks at Sherry.
So this is a tool. Of course, these are like different tools. So it's sort of like pick what works for you. You know what I mean? Like the goal is to find something that you're gonna follow through with. So time blocking is a way of organizing what you're going to do in certain specific periods of time. So say from 10 to 11, you decide I'm going to apply to my emails, and you put a break, and then you put another period of time where you're going to work on a project. So try and chunk those things based on your best productivity time. So I'm going to share my screen one last time. And this is just a print screen of just the concept of time blocking here. Share that. It's kind of like this. You can imagine like your Google Calendar, right? Or whatever calendar you have. So on Monday, I worked on ideas for the framework, and it says the time, and then layout of the groundwork, and it says the time. So you're really just chunking out your day and saying from this time to this time, I'm going to work on a specific task devoted to that, and another time, focusing on another task. Definitely encourage putting in breaks, like scheduling breaks. Like if you can only focus for 20 minutes, hardcore, and then you're like, I need a break, just, put that in, and maybe kind of step away from the computer and just do whatever. I think is a nice option.
I find time blocks are difficult for creative things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't always like emails. Yeah, you're right. Or it's time to stand up and walk around because I've been sitting for an hour and a half. But those creative things, I get 3 hours to work on my course, but I don't feel like it right now. Because I'm watching the dog getting walked down the street, and oh look, there's an announcement from the GO train station, and anything will distract me, right?
I think that's a good point, because there's different tools, so time blocking may not work for you. Maybe the Gland up to-do list or something else. There are different tools available that can help out. I'm going to mention some online tools soon.
Okay. Sorry, just to confirm, Samantha. So time blocking and the priority lists are the same kind of tools?
They're kind of they're similar, but they're different. Like the ABC is sort of like you're chunking out today and tomorrow and the future, and like the time blocking is more specific. You're saying specifically exactly between what time on that day you're going to be.
Gotcha.
Doing those tasks. Yeah. No.
And so the numbers, that's the actual amount of time that you took, say, for batch working or whatever. I think it said like 3.20. So that meant you took 3 hours and 20 minutes?
That particular one I'm not too familiar with, but you can put in the amount of time that you want to work
with.
Yeah, specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Samantha, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to give everybody the opportunity. I've noticed that some people have already done this. Please, if you have a business and you'd like to share your business information, please enter it in the chat window, and that way everyone will have your information and be able to network and collaborate with you. Okay? Sorry about that.
No, yeah, no, it's really good. Networking group. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention. So for the to-do list, life happens all the time. So either the night before or the morning of, just look at your to-do list. You know, the night before, look at for the next day or the morning of, and see, and then you can just make adjustments based on whatever's happened and whatever's kind of changed. And also maybe try an unplug day. I know it's probably challenging. It's not realistic for everyone, but if you're not able to do a whole day during a week, maybe half a day, or maybe a couple hours, just a way for you to kind of step away and recharge. And for anyone who may have kids, I know it's a challenging situation. One thing you can possibly do is, if you're on, say, a Zoom call with a potential client, you can just, not at the very top, but soon before getting into anything, just say, oh, my toddler's here, come in and ask for juice. Maybe we might be interrupted a little bit, just to let you know. And, hopefully your ideal client wouldn't have a problem. So I just wanted to finish off with some online tools that are available. There's so many. This is not an extensive list, but pick what works well for you. Of course, we already mentioned like online calendars like Google. It's neat that you can actually put in reminders. You can schedule reminders. I like doing that because then it lets me know on my phone. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do that tomorrow. I have to do that tomorrow. So it's a way for me to kind of like keep on track. Calendly is a nice tool, Calendly. So it's a great tool. Basically, you go in there. It's free. If you want to upgrade, of course you pay, but it's a free thing. So basically, you plug in there when you're available, and you can even chunk it by topic. You could be like onboarding call or have a specific service and say when you're available, and then you'd share that link. The potential client. So when they click on it, they go in, they choose a time, and then you would receive an email saying exactly what time they've chosen. And that kind of takes away, that back and forth. How about Monday? A day later, I'm not available Monday. How about Thursday? I'm not available Thursday. So it's a way of kind of cutting that down. Also, Toggl, Toggl. That's one tool for time. So basically what you can do, it's basically a timer. You click play and then you click stop. And what you can do is actually can type in exactly what the task you're doing is. So you can be like client A and just type in what you're doing for them. And then click play, do your work, and when you're done doing work, click stop. And what's neat about that is they'll send you a weekly report. So you don't have to go and you're not, manually writing things down and living through papers. You can actually see on a weekly basis the actual time that you've spent on certain projects. One last tool, Trello, Trello. So Trello is kind of like a sweet to-do list. It really is. I really like it. So what happens is it has basically boxes, and you can label a specific task or project. So you're like, client A, and then you can put down the project that you're doing for them. And what's neat is when you click on it, it has different features. You can put a due date. So what would happen is Trello will send you an email. You can say it's a day before, 2 days before, and update you, hey, this project is due. Also, it has attachments. So you can click and you can download any attachments regarding that specific project. So you don't have to try and kind of grab from your hard drive or grab from different your USB or different areas. It's all in one space. And a neat thing is you can actually add other people to it. So you would just put in their, so if you have a team, you can just put in their email, they accept the invitation. And then, so say you click on the box client A, and you can put in that person's email and say, could you please contact this client and speak to them about XYZ? And then you save, so that person gets a notification of that request. So it's a neat tool because you can visually see, oh, and this color coding. I know, I love color coding. So basically you can choose a color and say what the color means. So say you pick green and it means in progress. Or finished. So maybe green means finished, and red means urgent. So as you have the different boxes, listed in order, you can visually see green, green, green. Oh, that's done, and visually see right automatically. Okay, I need to get this. So there's so many tools available. Please don't feel like you need to smorgasbord on all of them. Just pick what works best for you. And again, kind of coming back to what are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you value most with your time? And these are just some tools to help you get there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hey, Samantha,
Very good.
I just thought what might be really super cool is on This Great City on your profile, if you can just add a post, a blog post, and add some of those tools in there, that would be amazing. And then we can push people to your page so that they can see these tools. Because really, that timer one, that's sweet. So thank you very much. Does anybody have any, before we jump into the whole networking part, any questions for Samantha?
I was just going to add that when Samantha told me about that toggle, I'm one of her clients, and it was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I know exactly, because I bought a package from her. So I'm using time as we go, right? And so that made me feel really comfortable that, it wasn't guessed, because we all know what it's like. You go, right, when did I start this task? Right? And so, yeah, it's been great. So her reporting has been amazing, and her work's been amazing too, by the way, just to say.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so listen, thank you, folks, everybody. Now, what I want to do is I just want to go around the room. I know we have a number of people on here, but if we can really quickly just tell everybody what you do and what you're looking for this week. So if there's something that you're looking for specifically this week, in about 40 seconds. I think if we did it at 40 seconds with everybody here, I think we would probably make it right on time. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to see, who am I going to start with today? Wow. Sherry Lozier, since you're in my top left.
You were going to do that. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sherry Lozier. I am a certified applied neuroscience coach. I work with business entrepreneurs to help them focus on strategy and their brains in building their businesses. And I do have some upcoming workshops you can check out, which I posted in the chat box.
Awesome. Yuri Nesbitt, are you there? Show me that smile.
Yes, I'm here. Just give me a second.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to you, Yuri.
Okay,
right.
just come back to me, yes.
Okay, good. Sheila, you there? Jan is awesome.
My name is Sheila Chan, and I help people earn a shopping annuity.
Nice. Okay. All right. Christiane, are you there? Christiane Bristow. All right. Thomas.
Morning, everybody. Thomas from MLP Technologies. What we do is we help make your life easier. We help with taking care of your tech. We can become your IT department for those who are in need of IT presence. And we help with all sorts of other technology as well. Give us a call, reach out to us, let us know, and we will be happy to talk to you more about our products and services. So Thomas from MLP Technologies.
Awesome. Isn't it nice? You see it in the chat window, and then you can actually see the face, so you know who it is, right? That's kind of sweet. Okay, Sandy, are you there? And if not Sandy, I'm going to pick on Catherine next. Go ahead, Catherine.
Hi, folks. Catherine Davies, Life's Emergency Training. We are a first aid, CPR, and AED company offering blended and online services. We're here to help protect workers.
And by the way, I just want to point out that that Catherine Davies is our city leader for Stony Creek, and Sherry Lozier is our city leader for Brantford. So if you're in those cities and you become a member, then they're the ones that you can, bug. All right. So Angela.
Hi. So I'm Angela Lynch, the Executive Director of Focus on the World Ministries. It's a charity here in Hamilton, and we operate New Life Thrift Store, which is closed right now. So, that's where we're at. Mm-hmm. And it's great to meet you guys. And I'll probably be in touch with a couple of you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So the New Life Thrift Store, where is that located? 426
King Street West, Hamilton, at the corner of Pearl and King. We have excellent quality and great prices. And we serve a variety in the community, a lot of seniors, women living in shelters, homeless people living in the woods. We serve the community, Strathcona community, but we're online. You can find us on Facebook. And we do have things that we sell online sometimes.
Wonderful.
But,
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Angela. Matthew.
Yes.
You're up.
Okay. Well, basically what I do is right now I'm doing a lot of online guitar instruction, and I've done a lot of live music and recording and performing in the past, but obviously that's one of those things that right now is on hold for me. So right now, as I said, I'm just focusing on doing a lot of online stuff.
Right, and so you train folks, that you teach people to play the guitar, and you also do vocal training as well, right?
I do a little bit of vocal training, yeah, but primarily guitar. That's my primary focus.
Yeah, and you told me that you also do the electric guitar, which is pretty sexy, right? So.
Oh yeah, it's loud. I don't know if it's sexy. It's loud. It can be pretty ear-piercing. So
it's fun to play.
When your neighbor's playing a lot of music and you try to tell them to turn it down, then you go, "Okay, I got this." And then...
Actually, my neighbor actually has pretty good taste in music, so I'm actually pretty good with that, and he doesn't mind me making noise, so he likes my playing. So that's a real bonus. So yeah,
that's awesome.
You would love to teach ukulele, would you?
It's funny because that's one of those things that a lot of people have said. Well, why don't you teach ukulele? And it's just complete laziness. You know what I mean? Oh. They're very similar instruments, and it's just I just haven't gotten around to getting the ukulele down. But that is a good suggestion. I should probably broaden my scope a little bit.
Let me know when you do, because I got somebody for you.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Okay, Lindsay.
I help people communicate with others. I'm sorry. We talked about this the other day, but my company is called Fearless Designs, and I do specifically social media management and advertising. So
awesome. Nice pitch.
Thanks.
Okay. You know what? And for those that don't know, Samantha, go ahead.
Yes. So my name is Samantha. I am a virtual assistant. So what I do is I offer administrative services remotely. So that includes general administrative, like calendar management or data entry, virtual receptionist. So we'll be a live virtual receptionist taking calls for your client or customers, and bookkeeping. Yeah, so basically
great time management skills.
Yeah. I love time management. I don't know. I guess I kind of geek out on that a bit.
That's good. All right, Teresa, are you there?
Yes, I am. I am a partner at myagency.ca, and we're a marketing company. So we do online, offline marketing. We do designs for collateral material. We do websites, social media. We pretty much do all of the above that is under the marketing umbrella. So if you need anything, let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you, Teresa. Linda Frazier, how are you? I love your background, Linda.
You can thank Lindsay. Lindsay did it for me yesterday.
Awesome.
I'm Linda Fraser, Linda Lane Consulting. I'm a CBT practitioner, and I help people improve their mental health to lead healthier, happier lives.
Yeah. By the way, during COVID, are you busy?
Just a little.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. You know, it's funny because I do talk to folks sometimes that are struggling. So if anybody knows anyone who is having a tough time getting through, especially this next lockdown, this current lockdown, which just seems to hit businesses pretty hard, then you know who to refer them to. Okay, Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm Patrick Monahan. I am the creative director of Brood Media. I am a photographer that specializes in product, food, and event photography when we finally get events back. And yeah, perspective is everything.
Wonderful. And by the way, again, because I'm just in awe, one photographer to another. I love your work. So if you want to take a look at some really amazing photos, go to This Great City. He's a member. Just look up Brood Media and take a look at some of his shots because he's brilliant. All right, Jamal. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Probably not.
Are you there? Jamal? Can you hear me? Jamal? No? Okay. How about Bill? Bill's not there. Victoria, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Bill. Thanks.
So for me, I'm a childcare provider. My side job is I work as a network marketing where I'm with shop.com. And I sell supplements, and we have skincare products, makeup, and we also do weight loss if anybody were interested in health and everything. And we also we're involved with different partner stores. For example, it's more like the mall concept. We have Michael Kors. I can't really name it all because only my senior partner Samantha. She sees my mall concept before.
Right.
But with this one, it's for customers. They get cashbacks.
Right. Yes. So you know what? I mean, I think we have somebody else that's with shop.com as well here. Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah, Sheila, that's awesome. Okay, Victoria, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry I didn't participate in the Samantha activity and was really great. I'm not a morning person. I'm just not a morning person. I'm a programmer. I am a system analyst. I work in the industry. And I also used to have my own school, private school, at the evening hours, and I closed it during the COVID. So it's computer science, and I used to prepare kids for the computer competitions. They used to come from Washington to pass this competition in Waterloo, and then if you pass it, you get a scholarship and stuff like this. So my school was focusing on science, and I closed it during COVID time. This is me.
All right. Well, nice. Thanks for coming back. It's nice seeing you again.
Thank you.
Okay. And Adam, you there?
Yep, still here. Hi. My name is Adam. I am a web designer and web developer and mobile developer for Adamant Industries, a one-man development studio based here in Ontario. Feel free to give me an email or phone call at email@adamantindustries.com, or my phone number. All my information is there, and we can make the website or app or anything else a reality. I mostly specialize in web development these days, though.
Awesome. Wonderful. Excellent. And I've worked with Adam before. He's a member. Just check him out on thisgreatcity.com. Definitely reach out to Adam for all of your web development and apps, by the way. And by the way, he actually did a presentation for Tech Talk that is available on the website that you can take a look at, where he speaks about app development. Does a great job. All right, Frida.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Frida Schellingerhout. I've been an essential service broker for a number of years. I help businesses and individuals turn their liabilities or their bills into income-generating assets while feeding children in the local marketplace.
Cool. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Megan, you're up next, right? Go ahead.
I did not know that, but good morning, everybody. Thank you, Catherine, for inviting me to this. I actually have two businesses that kind of switched everything during COVID. My main business was Momentability, and that has turned into now an online community supporting all the moments of your life, no matter your ability. And then kind of what has changed is my side business has become my main business, it seems, and that's D&M Deliveries. And we specialize in deliveries for small business and makers located in the Hamilton area. And currently we do deliveries from anywhere to kind of London, KW, and all the way out to Whitby as well. So my information is in the chat there somewhere now.
I know, it's pretty big. It's crazy.
That's good. That's also okay. I'm going to pick on Maggie next.
Okay. Sorry, the camera is not working. I have no clue why. But basically, I'm a freelance Trouble's my specialty, but I can write for pretty much any industry. We all need content these days, and that's where I come in. Not everyone wants to write their own content or even has the time or the ability. So give me a call, and that's what I can help you with. I'm a freelance writer.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Maggie. Jimmy, good seeing you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Samantha invited me, so I'm really grateful to attend this. I like that prioritizing 3-column to-do list. I think I could use that. I struggle with procrastination. So I'm trying to look for skills how to overcome that. And currently I am just studying to become a production technician. And in the past I was a electrician, and I'm thinking about more entrepreneurship and self-employment. And I'm looking all over to network and find ideas what I can do. So very good to be with you.
Very nice, man. Good. I love it. Well, if you'd like a blast of energy, I'm going to pick on Christiane next.
Aha, I unmuted myself. Way to go. Just popped in, so I'm not sure what the question is.
Just your pitch.
Here I am. Yeah, I'm Christiane Bristow. Welcome, everyone. A lot of great, beautiful new faces. Oh my gosh, welcome, everyone. I'm with Ceremonies to Remember. I am a Ontario licensed wedding officiant. I do voiceovers and virtual hosting of meetings and events, especially virtual these days. And I'm glad to see you all this morning. Good morning. Thank you again, Ivan.
No worries. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to try and
know if Christiane saved the marriage.
No.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to try and pick on Jamal again. If Jamal.
How about from Salon Efficiency? Does that help?
Salon Efficiency? Are you seeing that? Oh, okay, and you're on mute. If you're
on mute. There we go. We got her attention.
Thank you, Catherine.
So, hi. My name is Claudette Williams. I've met you before, and we spoke once before. I am so proud of Samantha with the work that she did. For myself, I own a salon for over 30 years, and also I'm an author. I have a second book coming out, launching very soon. And so, of course, salon is closed down at this moment. So, this is just my pitch. It's just my 2 books that I'm here marketing, and you can find me on Facebook or Instagram about the books.
Awesome. And the link, you drop the link into the chat window to your page?
I will. I am technologically, Samantha is my admin. So I am going to ask Samantha to do that. And of course, I am Samantha's mom. I will push that out there.
Oh, right.
So nice. Awesome. Very, very good. Yes, and I do remember meeting you. We had a nice coffee together. That's awesome. That's right. Okay. And I'm going to pick on Yuri. Yuri's last. Yuri.
Great. How much time do I have?
You've got 32 seconds.
My name is Yuri Nesbitt. I'm a realtor and a mortgage broker and many other titles, but I kind of want to say I'm a pimp of the real estate. So if you need someone in the real estate, whether it's appraiser or a lawyer, accountant, inspector, appraiser, name it, contractor, I can hook you up basically because I have so many contacts and I've been in the industry for a while. So I'll just make your life easier throughout this transaction, and I don't leave you just, once the transaction is done. If you have any questions afterwards or have any issues, you always can call me and we can sort it out.
Absolutely. And you know what? I also recommend Yuri. He's a great person to talk to, especially over coffee, talking about places to invest in real estate. If you're looking to invest in real estate, lots of knowledge, lots of information that's here. So folks, listen, I want to thank you again. Let me just tell you again, just to reiterate some of the announcements that we have. Sherry, do you want to chat a little bit about your Business Builder Mastermind? Just a couple seconds there.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for a format to make sure that you're working on your business, not just in your business, we have a mastermind that runs twice a month on Mondays. And for the next 6 months, if you sign up for the 6-month program, which we're using a little bit of a structured program for the next little bit, then you will also get a one-on-one coaching session with me directly as opposed to just the group. And also, now is probably a great time, Ivan, just to share the upcoming brainstorming workshops. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be doing those brainstorming workshops once a month for the moment. We may increase that later. We'll see how people enjoy them. So if you have a particular topic that you really want to address, bring that to the brainstorming session. It's $15. I'm not really setting a time on it. We're going to do it. The very first one is going to be on the 10th of May. And so you're welcome to join us, bring whatever topic it is that you're looking for some brainstorming for. It's a structured process. And those of you who are members, by the way, if you bring a guest between now and that date, if you bring a guest to the Monday morning or the Tech Talk, you will get to come free. So just put it in your calendars.
And that starts when, Sherry? What time? Right after this, or?
It will be, it'll be in place of the working group on that Monday. So literally right after this call on the 10th of May, we'll be going right into that brainstorming session. So it will replace that working group.
And we're going to have a lot of advertising for this brainstorming thing, because, nothing better than brainstorming, right? So I'm going to have that on the website as well sometime before the end of this week. All right, so you can definitely go and check that out, folks. As you know, today, right after this, you can stay on this call. We're going to have our working group. Working group is just like sitting in a coffee shop with people around you that you can talk to every now and then if you need something. So, and we try to get our work done. We are going to work on something more structured later, but right now it's just an open working group. Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock, we have Investing 2021 with Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee. That is an amazing discussion on investing and on stocks, etc. And Thursday morning, we've got Tech Talk with Catherine Davies, and that is at 9:30. And then, of course, at 1 o'clock, you have sales strategy. If you have challenges, going through the sales process or learning how to close, etc., then this is probably the workshop for you. It's free to members, so please, register for that and then join us. I do that presentation at 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoons, and of course we're back here again next week at 9:30 for morning coffee. All right, thank you all very, very much. I hope this was a blessing for you, and I look forward to next week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Ivan.
All right, everybody.
Don't forget, have a great week, everybody.
Yeah, man.
You too.
Use the chat box, right? If you want anybody.
Yeah, so copy the chat box so you have all your information in there, folks. If you would like to get those contacts, and
there's a ton.
And
there's a lot in there. That's right.
Thanks to Samantha for inviting me.
Yes.
You're very
man,
welcome.
nice meeting you, Angela.